My name's Mike Fresta. I'm a beer store manager in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I've seen firsthand the impact of local craft breweries in the industry. I'm in the area checking out some of the most unique brews from some of the most coolest breweries. So come on, let's take a day off, start a tab, and crack one open.
Hey everybody, I'm at Triple Bottom Brewing. I got the night off, so let's go open a tab and see what's going on.
I got you the Marzen for you to try.
Ooh, thank you so much. I look forward to these every year. Wow, definitely not a short pour, so thank you for that.
You know, we want to get your money's worth.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about this, I gotta say. I don't know if you tell, my eyes are smiling right now. I'm pretty excited. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a sip real quick.
Yeah.
See what we got. It's really good.
You like it?
It's really good.
Nice.
How was your approach to the classic style like this?
So we actually brewed both a Marzen and a Fest beer. So there's sort of two interpretations of a traditional Oktoberfest beer. And this is sort of the direction that American breweries have been taking Oktoberfest beers, really leaning into the maltiness of it. I think this one just it came out so clean, and we really sort of went with the roastiness of the malts and just let them direct the beer. So my favorite note from this is it tastes like pretzels to me, but if pretzels were a beer. So I don't know if you got that, but that's when I drink it, I
could taste that, but just see the yellow, orange, and brown from the leaves on the ground and stuff like that. For some reason, I just got a bunch of visuals happening when I took a sip of this, gobble gobble, Thanksgiving Day plays that I used to be in and all this stuff.
That's perfect. Yeah, it's kind of the perfect fall, toasty, cozy, but also you want to be outside a little bit kind of beer.
Yeah, it's November, here we go.
November in a glass.
We're in it, yeah. So how many beer festivals have you been involved with since, you were starting to form the brewery and everything like that?
Yeah, that's a good question. So that one I think was the Philly Loves Beer opening tap, right?
Yeah.
So that was our first really big official beer festival. It was still 4 or 5 months before we opened the doors here. So we were serving collaboration beers that we had done because we didn't even have a brewery yet. And before that, we did a lot of tabling in the neighborhood and other neighborhoods where we were looking to get started. So sort of not officially part of a beer festival, but really trying to just connect with our community. And since then, I don't know, it's been a weird year. There haven't been that many beer festivals. We've probably done a dozen or so, and that's about it.
What is it, you're 5 months away from opening your tap room? So what's all going through your head at that point?
I don't know if I remember what I was feeling. I think it was so exciting in that moment to come out and be here's who we are, here's our logo, here's our address that we're gonna be at. It was sort of the first time we'd publicly been able to say where we were going to be and give a sense of a timeline. So it felt like a real momentum starter of the first time we got to share our beer with some of Philly's best beer lovers. And so I remember being very excited and kind of overwhelmed. I also tend to, when I get to that, I sort of don't really know what's happening. I just kind of let the adrenaline carry me. Yeah. So I think that night felt like that. But it was also our first time being really a part of the beer community in Philly with all the other breweries. And
so what kind of started your drive into craft beer? Was it did you open a can of beer one day and you were just whoa, this is
Yeah, for me, it was sort of coming at it from two different directions. So I love beer, obviously, sort of a baseline requirement. And getting to go to breweries and really starting to visit them more and more over time and seeing how they worked. They just seemed really really engaging and interesting places to work. There were so many different kinds of things you had to do, kinds of problems you had to solve, and they were also such community spaces. And I think that for me was the biggest motivator, was the ability to build something that people wanted to come to and share an experience and learn a little bit about how the beer was made. And it just seemed like such a wonderful thing to be a part of. So our mission is in our name. Many social enterprises have a triple bottom line, which means that you're not just trying to make the most money possible, you're also measuring your success based on your impact on people and the planet. And so for us, we are Triple Bottom Brewing because we wanted to hold ourselves accountable to this vision that a business, and specifically a brewery, can be producing a great product and also really advocating and caring for both our community and the environment around us. And so our triple bottom line is beer, people, planet.
Beer, people, planet.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that. Yeah. That's very nice.
Remind yourself of the flavors.
You know, aside from the great reviews on the beer that you obviously have to be getting, because this is like awesome. What are some of the outreach programs that you're involved in with the community currently?
Yeah, it's so interesting in this time of the pandemic. Before the shutdown, we offered our back room for community meetings. We hosted a lot of fundraisers. We went to every neighborhood meeting just to learn how people were feeling about what changes are happening in this neighborhood and to try to support and be an ally. Now, we are not having anyone in this tap room. We haven't since March, so that's pretty strange. So we're trying to figure out ways to continue our relationship and our partnership with our community. So
like being in touch without touching.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the challenge everyone's trying to solve, I guess. But our neighbors organize a monthly community cleanup that we have joined in with our team, and then everyone who does it gets a free beer here. So we've done sort of like some outdoor neighborhood gatherings. We have a community fridge right out front, which is free food for anyone who needs it in our neighborhood. And we've done a lot of really cool things like a supper club that partners with chefs who are women or people of color and also supports a nonprofit, and that nonprofit is a guest and gets to talk about the work that they do.
Rock on.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Like, I've seen so many breweries, and a big part of why I go to them is because of the community feeling I get there. When I moved to Philly, that's kind of the only places I sort of felt like at home, I just was able to just meet some nice people, try some good beer, and just meet some new friends, and just that friendly environment really just like is something I embraced, and which is why I'm glad that you let me stop by here today. So
we're really glad to have you.
I appreciate it. All right, thanks for this first one. It was awesome.
Cheers.
And we're gonna be meeting up with Kyle in a little bit, and we're gonna try our second round. Looking forward to it. Yo, Kyle, what's up, man?
Yo, Mike, how's it going?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me, man.
Hey, absolutely. We love having you here.
Thank you, man. So, Tess was telling me you have a special beer in the works right now. Thinking maybe I could get a little sneak preview, if that's all right?
Absolutely. We got a smoked lager right over here in FV1.
Okay.
It's just been recently chilled, so it's unfiltered. But it's a pretty unique product. You will find a beer like this in and around Bamberg over in Germany, but they are not usually too common over here in the US. But it's still pretty tasty. I think you're gonna enjoy it.
So what does this do?
This provides back pressure on the beer coming out, and it slows it down so that you don't get as much foam breakout. So you saw it was pouring like pure foam before.
Okay.
Well, now
Ooh, look how nice.
it'll turn into nice, smooth beer. It's a little cloudy, but that's just because it hasn't been filtered yet.
So it hasn't been filtered yet?
No, but anybody who's ever run a filter, any brewer will tell you that the beer always tastes better before it goes to the filter anyway, so.
All right.
Give me a nice bit of foam on there.
Ooh, look at that.
There you go. That's the way to do it. pull different.
Well, let me tell you, this is. So this is like dogs rolling around in the grass and a couple arguing in public all at the same time, which are two things I really enjoy. You know, I'm coming here doing this thing and you guys throw a smoked Hellas into the mix. I was not expecting that at all, but I gotta tell you, this is one of the most unique, balanced, crisp. I mean, I could slam a 4-pack, 6-pack of this.
We say it's a good campfire beer. You know?
It really is. Like, it's just awesome, man. Thank you so much for letting me try it.
Hey, no problem. I'm glad.
It's
Cheers.
something like that. I'm glad I got to try it. It's the first time I've had a smoked Hellas before, to be honest with you, and I didn't know what to expect. You taste it, you appreciate it sticks with you for a little bit, and then it's just like you're ready for the next sip. You know, it's just like very nice, man. I really appreciate it.
And that's
Yo,
all,
cheers,
that's
cheers
what
to this
balances.
one. Yeah, cheers to this one, man. Well, thank you for the second round.
Hey, no worries, man.
Appreciate it. Definitely looking forward to a third one. And we'll be back with the third round. Yeah. All right. So, what do we have here?
That is Training Montage, our Northeast IPA.
Training Montage. All right.
Yeah.
Northeast IPA. So, we got West Coast, we got Northeast, hazy. So, like, what is the thing that makes it like what it is?
Northeast IPAs or hazy IPAs mostly characterized as having a lower bitterness, but a very large hop character. So rather than having a big bittering punch like you would with a West Coast IPA, most of the hops are going into either the whirlpool or the dry hop. And so you get a very sort of intense aromatic hoppy character that comes through there. And that's actually where the haze itself is derived from, is the hop polyphenols. So the reason that looks like orange juice is because there's so much hops in it that you can't even stay in solution.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot.
Nah.
It's like peekaboo. Like it's.
You want a
it's
flashlight?
gone,
You can try and
it's
say
there. I can't see my hand. It disappeared.
It should be very hoppy. That is the name of the game.
Wow. Ooh. Yeah, it's like that sensation I feel like when I just dive in headfirst into a wave down the Jersey Shore, like the first time in the summer.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You misjudge it and it really drives you right into the sand kind of.
Yeah, and you know, it's just like, guys, the water's great, and they're like, Mike, no, it's not. It's really cold. Like, get out, please. And I'm like, no, you just got to get used to it. Like,
It's a beer that stands well on its own. Like, it's not going to be, you know, something you'd be like, hey, this goes really well with my, you know, food. It probably is just like, nah, just go ahead. This is gonna take over the show because it just has entirely too much hops in it for anybody else to compete.
this IPA goes great with this IPA. You
Yeah,
should, like,
exactly.
Really have another
Maybe
IPA after
you should
this
pair it
IPA.
with another IPA. Actually, that's perfect. Switch between that and a West Coast, and then just go back and forth, and you can get like a palate cleanser in between.
So, you're the brewer, you're the founder. So how did you guys sort of collide, run into each other?
So Kyle's also a founder. There's 3 of us. It's me, my husband Bill, and Kyle. But Bill and I had this idea for a brewery in Philly with a social mission. We wanted to bring on a third partner who would really lead that part of things and then also just be an incredible partner and sort of the thought partner of all of this. And we posted something on Pro Brewer, which is it's like Craigslist for the brewing industry, basically. And then you responded after like weeks later. Kyle was like the last person who's like, I'm so sorry, I was off the grid in the Sierra Nevadas, but if you still need help.
When I got out of high school, I knew I wanted to be a brewer already, so I found the only brewing school that would accept somebody when they were 18 years old, and that was in Scotland. So I moved to Scotland.
I was gonna say, you know,
Not everybody has 21-year-old drinking age, so, and So I moved to Scotland and studied brewing and distilling. I worked for a small brewery over there called Stewart. After I was done with school, I went over to work with Weyerbacher Brewing Company up in Easton. Was there for a while, and then I got an offer for a job over at Stone Brewing Company in Escondido, California, and I moved out there and started working with them. So I went from the rainiest country in the world to the driest spot.
Different time zones.
Yeah, just really extremes.
All right. All right. So I tried the Martzen, Smoked Helles, East Coast IPA. Round 4 is dealer's choice. All right, so what do we have here?
This is Block Party, which is our newest West Coast IPA. It's got a picture of my dog on the can.
A picture. So this is like your dog is one of the stars of the show here.
Oh yeah, that's Crosby. He deserves to be a star for sure. We just adopted him, and our designer surprised us by putting him on the can. So this IPA is a pretty classic, really great West Coast IPA. I think this is my favorite that we've brewed so far. It is super dank, but it also has these really bright notes of honeysuckle and candied lemon. So it's just remarkably easy to drink and so flavorful. And we figured it was a perfect block party beer, so we decided to name it that. And
I do enjoy those. That was one of the perks living in Philly when I first moved here. The block party scene was...
they're so good.
Yes. All right. So let's give this a shot here. Oh, wow. It's really refreshing. Wow.
Yeah.
I definitely get the lemon, honeysuckle thing going on. Mm-hmm. Wow. And just a really crisp, clean finish. Yeah, really nice light. Yeah, I really like that. So
yeah, thanks.
It's funny, you went with the East, this doesn't get any more East Coast, but you went with the West Coast IPA. So it's they're coming together.
Yeah, we're bringing West Coast to Philly, so making it feel like home. And Kyle talked earlier about, he worked at Stone, and so he really loves doing West Coast IPAs. And
yeah, I really would not sleep on this if this is on your menu. After trying it, this is one of the ones that, you're gonna hey now.
Yeah. It's really good.
How can we all get our hands on this deliciousness right here?
So right now we do pickup at the breweries from Wednesday through Saturday, and we always put out some outdoor furniture too, so you can have your beers outside. We've got heaters, so if you want to go out in the world, that's a great way to get our beer. We also deliver to most of Philly by bicycle. So we talked earlier about our triple bottom line. We wanted to do delivery, but still have minimal environmental impacts. And then we're doing a ton of pop-ups. So I think the best way is to follow us on Instagram. I think we're at Triple Bottom Brewing.
I love pop-ups, so I'm gonna be following that one for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can come to our website, triplebottombrewing.com. You can order for pickup or delivery there. Or if you just wanted to come up to the pickup window, we're here and you can just order right here.
Yeah, one thing I did really like about your website was you could do a little variety case. So you can make your own variety pack where you could get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And speaking of sharing beers, thank you for having me, and thank you for sharing your amazing beers with me.
Thanks for being here, Mike.
I've enjoyed them so much. It's been great being here, and I wish the best. I can't wait to see you for your second reopening. And
yeah. We're excited for everything ahead, so thanks for being here.
Hey guys, I'm at Race Free Pier, and I got a little special occasion here. So earlier when I was asking Tess and Kyle what beer stood out to them the most, they both mentioned without hesitation, Lightning in a Bottle.
Lightning in a bottle.
Lightning in a bottle, okay.
So while it was brewing, we had a really wicked storm in the summer, and our chiller system actually got hit by lightning, and it sent a power surge down to the controllers and blew up both of the chiller controllers. So they were not working anymore. and the beer got very warm, which is not a good thing, but it's fine for that because it was a Saison, like it helped out with the yeast in its own way. But I was, at the time, very frantically like calling my chiller suppliers and like, you need to overnight me these parts because I need to fix this like right now because this beer is going to be ruined. And
I'll do that right away. What you say, beer is ruined?
It was a little stressful, but we did get it running in about 24 hours. But yeah, that was just, it turned out very well, but it could have gone very poorly.
If you guys thought I was gonna end this episode without trying this, you were out of your minds. So I gotta crack this one open. All right, so here it is, lightning in a bottle. Now this is the Sour Saison, the first anniversary Saison fermented with Philly sour yeast that comes from the magical place Clark Park over in West Philly. Yeah. Yeah, you try beer like this and it's the type of beer that makes you respect not just the beer itself, but like an entire category of beer. Saisons and sours are honestly something I usually don't go for in bottle shops or anything like that, but trying a beer like this, it makes you almost want to like revisit the entire category. You get the spices from the Saison, the sour comes in right, has just the amount of tang that you want. Right there, you get that nice little warm fuzzy feeling after you taste it, and it's just like the perfect combo. And coming in at 7.7, it just couldn't go down any smoother, to be honest with you. It's an exceptional beer, and I can definitely see why Kyle and Tess thought this was a standout product. Wow, that beer is something else, man. What a way to end the day. Well, don't forget to check out Triple Bottom on their online store, triplebottombrewing.com, where you can make your own mixed variety case. Don't forget to follow them on Instagram and Facebook, where you can catch up on their latest releases, including the Smoked Helles Lager, which is going to be coming out any second now, if it's not already available already on their website. That one's called Glow. Subscribe to their beer club, where you get monthly offerings of all their new releases. You can catch lightning in a bottle if you want a bottle of that. And don't forget to follow me, the Brewery Bum. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Well, I'm about to polish this one off, and I'll see you guys next time.